Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Global and welcome back to WAIC 2026. Now this year is a little bit different because it was highlighted by the signing of the World AI Cooperation Organization, including 29 founding members, and those are including all BRICS countries except India. The headquarters of the organization will be permanently held in Shanghai, and the theme of WAIC this year is going to be AI from chat to work. Now that's exciting, right? So we're going to see in the physical world what are the real use cases and the applications. Follow me and let's find it out. Right after entering, we directly go to Hall 3, the Embodied AI Pavilion. Compared to the Terminator T800 style robots, this year's WAIC has many more refined, more human-like robots designed for emotional companionship. Like these two robot portraits from a head form. Take a close look at their facial expressions. Aren't they incredible lifelike? For a moment, I honestly couldn't tell if I was looking at a real human face or a robot. With so many exquisite robots, which one do you like the most? Now here we have found a company that is specialized in robotics used within tourist attractions. Here you can see it looks pretty like a real human. And look at here, the hands here. You even have the palm that looks like a real human being. Other than the face and skin, this level of detailed joint motion is something I've never seen before. The dexterity is practically on par with a real human, right? Let me have a try. So now I'm gonna put my hands in it and try it out. So suppose it's gonna mimic my movement in a bit. Pretty accurate, I have to say. You see, it's so flexible. I guess it can be useful in the future in certain areas. In Hall 3, we can also see a ton of interesting industrial robots, like Fourier's Robot Butler series, which is said to help owners with all kinds of household chores through voice recognition. For example, in this demo scene, the robot is helping the owner to get some drinks. But honestly, its reactions and movements are still quite slow. It clearly needs more iteration and evolution. Another interesting one is the cute cat-faced AI pet. It does nothing but provide emotional companionship. Would you consider buying one? Apart from Fourier, there are plenty of other interesting industrial robots here. Take this giant horse robot for example. After seeing so many robot dogs, isn't it mind-blowing to see a robot horse for the first time? It can be really cool. And then there's the unmanned retail store robot. The entire process requires zero human staff, plus all kinds of special robots, like this robot spider built by State Grid, China's electric grid, which can traverse all sorts of extreme terrain to perform special operations. Really impressive. Now behind me is the new Unitree GD01. It is 3 meters tall. It looks like a science fiction movie, right? What do you think it can perform? Another big highlight of the robots on display is the freight and sorting robots. You can see all kinds of robots handling packaged goods. This is the most common application scenario for industrial robots, but you can tell that these robots still have room for improvement when it comes to gripping and handling objects. Now behind me is a company that is using robotics for the logistics center. We had an observation for the past few minutes and we can see that they can regularly perform the tasks to sort out different types of products. However, sometimes it does make certain mistakes. Now here we have found a state-owned company. And by looking at the appearance of the robot dogs, it's not that difficult to guess, right? They are used for firefighting. Now, this company not only produces firefighting dogs, but also for public safety
for policing, and so on. So that is a real use case in the reality. So behind me is a machine that is checking the quality of this product. As you can see here, it was taking pictures, and all the pictures were shown here, and then it was automatically doing the quality assurance.
With so many different kinds of industrial robots on display, you can really see the shift at WAIC this year. Robots are moving from flashy tricks to real-world industrial deployment. They are finally getting to work, from home robots to medical robots. I believe broader applications are on the horizon.
So we are now in Hall 2, and here is all about computing power. Here we can see many different companies providing the AI super centers. It's not only from Huawei, but many different companies.
The biggest change in the compute core area this year is that SuperNodes are no longer just a concept. They are physically present and measurable in scale. The Hall of Fame honorees here includes the Huawei Ascend 950 SuperNode, making its first public debut with 16 computing cabinets and 1,024 cards on display. A single cabinet starts with 64 cards and can scale up to 8,192. Right next to it, it's Sugong's Shuguang 8000 Dongfeng, a fully domestic 100,000 card AI supercluster with full stack self-development from chips to cooling. What does 100,000 cards mean? It means stringing together 100,000 domestic chips into a single fabric that actually works without crashing, without melting down. It hit full capacity in its first week, processing on average of 150,000 jobs per day. And there's also Alibaba SuperNode, another Hall of Fame honoree.
Now behind me is one of the most important displays within the whole conference. And now this is the stand of Alibaba, and the Zhengwu chips are made by Alibaba, and the Panjiu is the server brand. This system is supposed to compete with the NVIDIA systems. Whether they will be successful, let's wait and see.
This year, China's computing power has come a long way. The days of single-chip heroics are behind us. System-level integration is what really counts now.
What I found very interesting in this exhibition hall is this request board behind me. Here you can display your needs from different companies, including your budget, including the specific needs that you have. Most of them are Chinese companies, but I also saw some Japanese, some American, and Singaporean companies with requests here. That's quite interesting. This year at the WAIC, I found many companies having these recruitment banners here. They're recruiting for different positions, but mainly in the field of AI. This is quite different than the past. It shows that the competition is really fierce in the industry, and what can be better than recruitment at the WAIC. So that's it for our video today. What do you think about WAIC in 2026 this year? Now, for me, I think the vibes are crazy. There are just so many people. You see here that it's crowded with people. You see more companies. You see more use cases, but similar to the use cases before. Of course, you will see better performances when the robotics are performing. You see more stabilized performance as well. You also see that the computing power, of course, is improving as well. So if you are a professional in this industry, you just have to be here and see it with your own eyes. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in our next video.